Hi guys, thank you so much for all your mails. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, problem solving. For every type of problems that we face in our life, it could be a very simple problem like having an argument with our spouse to a very big misfortune that happens in our life. For all type of problems, there are three different analysis that we have to do, and once you do these three analysis, we have to make either of two choices. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to talk about that now. So now, the three type of analysis that you have to do: first, see if you can accept the problem. If you cannot accept it, then try to explore different options to see whether you can change the problem. After your analysis that you cannot change the problem, then you don't have a choice. You have to leave it, change your attitude towards the problem and live with the problem, right? So after doing all this analysis, you are left with two choices. One, accept the problem and live with the problem. Or the choice two is, you cannot accept the problem, so you try to change the problem. So these are the only two choices that we have for any type of problems that we face in our life. Now I'm going to share you 5 simple golden rules that can help you to live a meaningful life. So let's get started. Now, the first principle: overcome the fear. Usually, I'm sure you would have known this very simple formula which really works like a magic. When a bad event, a bad situation happens to you, you are much aware that you have no control over the situation, right? So if you don't have a control over the situation, there is some portion of your contribution towards the problem is how you react or how you respond to the problem, right? So a bad situation occurs and the way you react or respond put together becomes the outcome, right? So if you think carefully, it could be any type of problem. Let's take the example of Corona. So we are more scared thinking about the problem that we don't have much control. So we are scared we will going to lose job and there is no much financial saving pending with us. We are going to starve for food. How are we going to manage our lifestyle, maintain our lifestyle? How are we going to manage our children's education, etc., etc. Right? So we are having so much of fear about the current situation. Can we do something about changing the situation? No. There are things that is completely out of our control. But when you start reacting to it, so you get into a situation thinking, my God, this is completely a problem which cannot be solved and we are literally going to die. That's how you react to the problem. Obviously your outcome is going to be really pathetic. But now here is a choice that is available for you. Don't react to it. Think about it. Have a positive attitude and think about it and see how you can react. Instead of reacting, how you can respond to this problem. For example, yes, we are going to be financially very much struck. We are going to be jobless. We are going to have a financial struggle. Yes, but start thinking, how are we going to address it? Have a very quality time with your family and have a brainstorming session to understand and have a detailed discussion to see how best you can come out of the situation. Look for options how you can start increasing a part-time income. Probe on different opportunities which is available for you where you can start making little money. Explore things where you can cut down some of the unnecessary luxury spending and then start making it as a saving for children's education, right? So when you start looking into the problem and you start thinking in the perspective of, okay, let me find out a solution, obviously your outcome is going to be very positive. So your bad situation is completely out of your control, and if you think for a while and if you have little more time spent on it with IQ, and EQ plays a major role in it, and now you can control the situation in a much better way. So outcome is always based on how you are going to respond to the problem. Outcome is definitely not because how bad is the situation, the tough situation that you're facing in your life. So the tip one is overcome fear with an attitude that you have to respond to the problem in such a way that you take better control of the problem. You don't react, you don't overreact and make things overcomplicated. So that's the first principle. Let's move on to the second. The second principle is having a positive attitude, which is very, very important. Start counting your blessings. I mean, you don't really need to have a very, very happy, luxurious life. Only then you can, it's not like you, only then you can start counting. Start thinking at small blessings that you have. You have good health, you have good family. It's fine. You are having financial struggle, that's okay. But be happy that you're having at least a good family. Be happy that at least you have a good home to stay safe. There are people who are starving in the platforms in the roadside amidst the tough situation that is prevailing in the market now. So start counting your blessings. It could be very simple. Maintain a very simple gratitude journal where you start writing down 3 things or 5 things that you're very happy about it that happened to you yesterday. This attitude of counting your blessings can bring a very big positive impact in your life. Guys, this is very important for you to solve however tough situation you have in your life. This is going to be really a magic stick which can change your life in an unimaginable way. Now, let me tell you something very important. I'm sure you would have heard about it. That is law of attraction. It could be a positive or negative thoughts that you carry in your mind will definitely attract the same kind of a positive or negative experience in your life. So now the choice is always yours. Keep thinking positively and bring in positive experience to your life, or start troubling yourself thinking about all bad things in your life and then get the sufferings in your life. Attract more love or attract more wealth. It is now your choice and it is always your choice. Please never ever blame the destiny or God. So now be positive and it's going to change your life. Now let's move on to the third principle, which is how you need to handle rejections, how you need to overcome the rejections that you face in your life. Guys, believe me, before a point of success, there could be thousands and thousands of failures hidden in it. But from a third person perspective, the failures are not visible. It's like a typical iceberg. Only your 10% of the top success is only visible to the people, and the 90% of the struggles that you have faced to attain that 10% success is always and always invisible to others. So now, having said that, if you start failing, if you get rejected, how are you going to handle it? This is very, very important, and this is a stepping stone to lead a very successful life. I don't know how many of you got a chance to read the book by Jack Canfield. He quotes a very, very simple formula which I like the most. This is regarding to how we handle rejections. SW, 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 SW. So this is a very simple formula. You memorize it and repeat it every day. The formula is very simple. Someone will, someone won't. So what? Someone is waiting. I'll repeat for you again. Someone will, someone won't. So what? There is someone who's waiting. So I'm sure you would have got it now. Whenever you do something, definitely there are people who are going to accept it, and there are going to be people who will not care for it. So what? Don't worry and lose your heart. There are someone waiting for you, waiting for your solutions, waiting for the solutions, the great innovation that you're talking about. So don't get rejected. Please stay positive and start focusing on identifying your target audience. That will help you to lead a very successful life. Let's take a simple example. Okay, let's take a simple example that I'm releasing a new book and I start trying to send in all the WhatsApp group that we have in our mobile. I think everybody has at least 15 to 20 WhatsApp group, right? So there are some groups, maybe 3 to 4 groups, they appreciate me so much and they immediately go to Amazon and they buy my book. There are few groups, they don't even care about what I have sent and they don't really even try to appreciate saying congrats. That's okay. Don't get rejected, that's okay. You don't need to feel bad that the quality is very bad or they don't respect you. There are people with different aspects. They have a different attitude. They have different interest and they are into different situations. So why do you want to take it in a negative perspective and feel rejected? And there are some group where people would be quite excited and they would be sending so many congrats messages, but again there will be nobody who's going to buy the book. So it's okay. So someone will, someone won't. So what? Just keep going. There is somebody waiting for you. Just start exploring different options. Explore your target audience and move on. Let's move on to the fourth principle. So the fourth principle is living by your core values. Say, if you, there are n number of ways to make money. If we all want to be wealthy, we all want to lead a wealthy life, and obviously we are part of the rat race, fortunately or unfortunately, to earn materialistic wealth, right? So now we have n number of ways to earn money, but say if your core values are being honest, trustworthy, reliable person, you just live by it. Whatever bad situation you undergo or whatever tough challenges you face in your life, never ever try to do something which is against these 3 core values, which you believe it is going to be the life for you, right? So now let's move on to the 5th very important principle. Smile. Smile a lot. It costs you nothing. If you happen to see a very happy person who's having always a very smiling face, don't start into assumption that only your life is very bad, you're not having things to feel happy. No, it is not like that. The other person who's smiling is not smiling because his or her life is full of cakewalk. It's not because his or her life has given all that they want. It is just because their attitude is different. The way they look at things is different. They started looking at the positive, happy things they are blessed with, and only because of that they are able to smile. Just remember this. It is not because everything is good they are smiling. It is just because their attitude is good they are able to smile. So please remember, problems will definitely come. And without problems, your life will get boring. But at the same time, yes, I agree. Sometimes life is not a cakewalk. We get into so many struggles one by one. But always believe. Have a belief in you. There is no more better God than you. Your thoughts, yourself. Believe in yourself than in God. That's my sincere request to all of you. If you think you can face the problem and come up in your life, nothing can stop you. So have this attitude whenever you're struck with any type of miserable situation, and be positive. Your attitude itself will take you to a success path. Thank you so much.